Okay, instead of just sitting here waiting for my roads to dry out, let's go do something. There's still one more thing I want to do before I leave this place. Let's go see if we can find some bay nuts. What are bay nuts? If we can find some, I'll show you. We might even find some chanterelle mushrooms, but I think it's a little bit early. The ground is plenty wet for those, but I think they still need a little more time since it rained a few days ago before they start fruiting and doing their thing. Oh yeah, here's my trail camera. Don't let me forget to take this when I leave. And we need to check it and see what's on it. Last time we got a cougar and a bear. I have it on this road, which is really the only clear path between the east side and the west side of the property. Everything else is steep and brushy. For now, we're looking for bay nuts. This is the first step of what we're looking for. The tree that makes the bay nuts. It's a tree with many names. It's called California bay laurel, it's called bay laurel, it's called Oregon myrtle. It has a bunch of other names. We always call it pepperwood. And we get that from its strong peppery aroma. Most of it is leaning out over this really steep bank that's covered in ferns, and it would be hard to find anything down there. Now we'll go find one that is not in that situation. This is a very big leaf maple. We have to brag about our big leaf maples here on the West Coast because it's the only maple we have. At least it grows in tree form. But we're not looking for that today. We are looking for bay nuts and maybe some chanterelle mushrooms. Ooh, look what I found. It's a bay nut. Another one over here. Came off this young pepperwood. I need more than that to do anything with. Under this young grove, there's this one here, there. Got several of them here. More of them back in here. One here, several more. There's a cluster of 3. Another cluster of 3. They're all over in here. That one thought it was hiding. Ooh, there's a bunch of them over here. These trees only grow native in Oregon and California, mostly along the coast, but a little bit into the Sierras. I think they're just starting to fall on the ground. Most of them are still up in the trees. They're just loaded with them. I don't know if you can see those up there. Let's go find some more. Ooh, huckleberries. Hold on while I snack on these. There are so many of them, and they're ripe. Those are good. Let's go find another pepperwood tree. There's one. More. Well, what are we doing with these things anyway? The pepperwood tree, or Oregon myrtle, or California bay laurel, whatever you want to call it, Latin name Umbellularia californica, is related to the avocado. You can see that in the fruit. It looks a lot like a small avocado. Just saw another one down here. The fruit is also structured like an avocado. There's a flesh underneath. If you peel off the skin at a certain point of its development, it has an edible flesh like an avocado. And this is definitely not that stage. Phooey. It tastes like pepperwood tree, which is, it's a nice fragrance, but it's a strong flavor. But that's not what we're after today. Inside the flesh, just like an avocado, we have a seed. This nut has a thin shell, and the flesh inside is what we're after. You dry the nuts just like this, Then you roast them, something like 350 degrees for 20 minutes. And the flavor of the nut is often described as a cross between coffee and dark chocolate. It's also supposed to have some stimulant qualities similar to coffee. I guess chocolate too. That's what we're after today, is some chocolatey, coffee-y flavored nuts to munch on. After we roast them, of course. They're not good to eat unroasted. They have a horrible flavor to them. Probably something like what I just tried to eat over there. But roasting takes that out of them. I have a couple pockets full. Let's see what else we can find. There's one trying to hide in the grass. Oh, well, that's exciting. This tree has them on low-hanging branches that I can reach. Look at all those. This tree is loaded. Never mind that picking them up off the ground nonsense. This is way more productive. That is all I could reach out of that tree. Got a good bunch of them there. And that was just an infinitesimally small sample compared to the rest of them way up in the tree. Most of them are way out of reach. Maybe we can find another one like that. Look at this, another one that's loaded that I can reach. But look what else I just found. That is a Pacific giant salamander. It's over a foot long, maybe 13 inches. See how close it'll let us get to it. Back to the nuts. They're supposedly nutritious. I saw a study, actually I didn't see the study, but I saw a reference to a study that suggested they have a nutritional profile similar to that of walnuts. The indigenous folks who used to live here used to eat a lot of these, although they didn't typically live to a very old age. I assume that's not because of these. That's a good bunch. This is what I got directly off the trees, and this is what we picked up off the ground. If I start acting a little more nutty than usual in the next few weeks or months, you might know why. That was a good haul. That's what we got off the ground. That's what we got out of the trees. I think picking off the trees was the better deal. Now that I got the nuts I wanted to get, just continue waiting for my roads to dry out. Thanks for going along with me. See you on the next one.